She's been the governor's chief of staff less than a week, but Lisa Jackson might soon be packing her bags for Washington. Jackson, a former New Jersey DEP commissioner, could be tapped by Barack Obama to head the Federal Environmental Protection Agency. As environment correspondent Ed Rogers tells us, one national report says Jackson is emerging as the next president's choice.
In an exclusive story, the online environmental news website Greenwire says Lisa Jackson has emerged as the most likely choice to become the next EPA administrator. The story cited sources familiar with the Obama transition efforts. Jackson has been working on the Obama transition team handling environmental policy. One Democratic source described Jackson's rising to the top of the list for the EPA post, quote, very real. She would not be unfamiliar with the working of what's been called the largest federal regulatory agency, employing 17,000 people nationwide. Jackson worked for the EPA for 16 years before joining the McGreevey administration as an assistant commissioner. As DEP commissioner, Jackson was instrumental in helping to develop the governor's global warming and alternative energy programs. Environmentalists believe that experience will serve her well if she's chosen.
We don't need to wait for federal legislation. EPA can act now. The Bush administration has been horrible on the environment and will have a lasting failing legacy on that. The next EPA administrator, and President Obama certainly wants the next administrator to do so, can hit the ground running on this issue.
She also faced controversy while DEP commissioner. The department is still adopting changes to reform the program that oversees the cleanup of polluted sites after contamination was still found at a number of sites thought to be clean, including a daycare center in South Jersey where mercury pollution was discovered. During last year's budget crisis, she was also able to fight back the proposed closing of 9 state parks.
She brings the common sense connection between her engineering background, being a strong environmental advocate, and knowing the public policy and how to get it done in a political environment.
When asked about the report, a spokesman for the governor's office said Jackson wouldn't comment on speculation. If she were offered and eventually accepted the EPA job, it would leave a vacuum in Governor Corzine's front office. Jackson actually started as Corzine's chief of staff on Monday, replacing Bradley Abelow. The Obama Transition Office did not respond to our questions. If she's selected, Jackson would not be the first New Jersey resident to be named EPA chief. Former Governor Christie Whitman served as administrator during President Bush's first term. Ed Rogers, NJN News, Trenton.